Welcome back to the Johannesburg Correctional Centre, and we are, of course, focusing on the female population here at the centre today. And we, spoke to some of the statistics earlier. 1,803 women who are incarcerated here. Now, the section where we are, we're sitting in a single cell, and this is a cell that houses one of the elderly female inmates here at the Correctional Services Centre. There are 25 of these, and this is for women over the age of 60. But the authorities do tell us that there is a waiting list. There are more people over the age of 60, but they are still in the general section. And as and when the spaces become available, those over 60 are moved into single cells such as these. But I'm going to bring in now a lady who we met here, Ida Lebaka, who is an inmate here at the Sun City female section. And thanks so much for speaking to us.
Thank you, ma'am, for having me.
Ida, let's start at the beginning. Where do you come from?
I'm coming from Soweto, here in White City.
So, how long have you been incarcerated?
I've been here since 2015.
And what were you in
trial,
for?
6 years, and then I got sentenced on the 2021, yes.
You were sentenced in 2021?
2021, yes, ma'am.
6 years awaiting trial.
Yes.
How was that?
It was bad. It was bad. I don't even want to talk about it. It was bad. I'm glad I'm sentenced now. I'm looking forward to going back home, reunited with my family, with my kids.
So before we get to why you were incarcerated, let's just talk about that awaiting trial period.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you say it was hard.
Very hard.
What's the difference being an unsentenced, untrialed inmate as opposed to after the fact?
Waiting trial, you don't have access to attending programs. You're just stuck in a cell on a daily basis, going to court. But after being sentenced, I'm able to attend programs that are helping me a lot, from who I was to this new person that you're seeing today.
Let's talk about the person that you was. What happened? Why are you here?
For murder and robbery.
Murder and robbery?
Yes, ma'am.
In the Northwest?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us the story. What happened?
A friend of mine was working at an abattoir in Northwest. He called me and told me about the transactions that are taking place at the abattoir and asked me to organize certain men so that we can go and rob the abattoir. That's what basically happened. And we went, and Mr. Van der Leeuw lost his life. Yes, ma'am.
So give us a little more detail. You obviously didn't go there to kill someone.
Not at all.
So what happened?
The main thing was to go and take the money. I will say take the money because of the money was not ours. Take the money, and then I think I was not at the scene on that day, but I was in the premises, if I can say. And I think Mr. Van der Leeuw was refusing to give his money, the money that he worked so hard for. And then one of the guys lost it, and it ended up shooting Mr. Van der Leeuw.
How many of you were involved in that?
4 of us.
So were you the only female?
The only female.
And how do you feel now, given that someone lost their lives as a result of an action that you were a part of?
It's haunting me, ma'am. It's part of me. I go through that every day of my life. I wish I didn't take part in that. I wish I didn't take part in that because of somebody ended up losing their life, which was not planned, yes, but he did. So I'm carrying that every day of my life. I wake up, it's part of me, man. I'm regretting every single day of my life. But I'm getting somewhere. I'm now a better woman, not wanting anything to do with crime. Not anymore, ma'am.
Ida, you told me earlier you are from Soweto, which is, of course, not far from here.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about your family. At the time when this happened, the family that you left behind, who are they and how did they feel? Did they even know that you were involved in such things?
And I was pregnant at the time. I was pregnant at the time, 8 months pregnant. They didn't know anything. I had to call my family from Northwest, informing them that I was in the Northwest. And my big sister was like, "What are you doing in the Northwest? What are you doing in the Northwest?" I'm like, "I'm arrested." "You arrested? Why? What happened?" Up until this day, I haven't explained to my family. I haven't gotten the chance of sitting down with them and telling them what exactly happened.
So they are hearing this for the first time?
They're hearing this for the first time.
And you say that you were pregnant.
I was, ma'am.
So you had the baby in prison.
In prison. Potchefstroom Hospital.
How old is the baby now?
He's 11.
11.
Yes, ma'am.
How often do you see him?
Whenever I feel like I want to see him, whenever he's missing me, my sister will bring him.
Because at least it's scant comfort, but at least you have the benefit of having your family close by.
Yes, ma'am.
Is he your only child?
No, he's not. I've got 2. I was blessed with 2. My first is 21, and then little Otto is turning 11 this year.
And the 21-year-old also comes to visit?
Yes, they do, ma'am. My family is very supportive, very, very supportive. When it comes to my kids, they're doing the best, of which I think if I was still home, my kids wouldn't be the way they are right now. So it was a blessing in disguise for me to be moved away. That's how I look at it. It was a blessing so that my kids can become what my parents wanted me to be. Yes. Yes.
Ida, I'm struggling at 8 months pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that pull that was so strong?
Selfishness, greediness. I can never explain why did I take part in the robbery. I don't have anything to say, absolutely nothing to say. There was no reason for me to go and do and take part in that. But selfishness, greediness, not understanding yourself.
So you were not
those are the
coerced?
things that led me to do those.
This was your decision. Nobody coerced you to do it.
No one, ma'am.
You just decided you want to be a part of that.
I got excited about the money, the transaction. Oh, a million on a daily basis. Let's go, grab the money so that we can have this fake life that we are leading.
And now you are here. What's your day-to-day living situation here in the prison?
2 o'clock every day, I'm up. From 2 a.m., I'm up, preparing for prayer. 3 o'clock, I pray. And then after that, I will jump into the shower, come back, reflect on what I want, on what the woman that I want to become, the woman that God wanted me to be. That's my daily basis thing. And then 7:30, we parade. And then after that, I get ready to go to work. Yes, ma'am.
And this, of course, we're sitting in a single cell, but this is not where you are.
This is not where I am.
So explain to us the cell where you
I'm in
are housed.
a communal cell. There's for the 3 of us in the cell. Yes, and we've got how many that are sleeping on the floor? 3 that are sleeping on the floor because of the prison is overcrowded, ma'am.
And we often see, depictions of violence
Yes, ma'am.
in prison. Is that the reality?
It happens, but not the way you guys are seeing it, because of we don't allow it to happen, ma'am. When people are starting to fight, I'm the monitor in the cell. Like they wake me up every time when there's commotion in the cell. I have to be woken up so that I can attend to such matters.
And of course, you know, you've reiterated throughout how remorseful you are, how you regret having done what you did. In terms of restorative justice, the family of the deceased, you know, have you had any sort of contact with them, you know, whether it had been in court or after the fact? What message would you like to send to them?
I had a chance of meeting Mrs. van der Leeuw in court, yes, and we had an opportunity of coming like one-on-one with Mrs. van der Leeuw because of when we were still, when it was still ongoing, they couldn't understand. She even said it to me. I couldn't understand. I disliked you as a woman because of I didn't understand why you partook in such an activity. And then I got a chance of talking to Mrs. van der Leeuw because of my advocate, Mr. Gom, said you are going to be on the stand and tell your side of story. Because of my co-accused, they were pinning everything on me. But God blessed me with Mr. Gom. He said, Ida, stop playing games. Stop defending the guys. These guys, they pinned everything on you. That's when my eyes were opened. And I took the stand. I told the court the truth. Yes.
Ida, thanks so much for sharing your story with us. Ida Lebaka, one of the inmates here for murder and robbery. And she's only going to get out in 2032. Yes, so she has about 6 more years to serve of her sentence.